That's Maude. That's Will.
I'm Will.
Maude.
Oh wait, hold on, y'all. I don't care.
Bye-bye. Come here. Come to my bosom.
Oh yeah.
Yay,
So
bosom.
you pulled me here. Oh,
And I'll
you're
cuddle
so
my own
warm.
bosom.
Oh, you're so talented, beautiful. I wish for a woman just like you, but that wants me.
In the entire
Yeah, you
world.
couldn't even tell us what S-rig means.
No.
You could. She can't tell us what that. Where
Oh,
the,
yeah,
where
that
the
was a long
origin
time
of
ago.
S-rig is
Yeah.
from.
It's like the letter S had a really good body.
Oh
God,
no, Maude.
Maude.
Wait, what did she
No,
just say?
hold on.
So here's the thing.
One in the
Maude
tree
is like
and six in the
Maude
bush.
is a
S-
puns woman.
I hate puns.
No!
And today we're gonna call it the
Puns?
Maudecast since she's leading it.
Puns are the breath of life.
I
mean,
love puns.
I like
will
puns,
never get.
but
I will never get over puns.
I like puns that you don't realize for like another 10 minutes.
Oh, I can't wait till you start laughing then.
no,
I mean-
I like all puns. I like giving them all a chance. I will
That's
give
a
them
good
all
pun.
a chance.
I
You
love
like all
that
jokes, I
Will, can we
mean-
just make a note that Will is stroking Steve's hand?
I don't
and
like
it's
all
so
Am I
jokes.
ever not?
That's
Am I
true.
ever
That's
not?
very true.
I think I realize I have like a legitimate like need for comfort, and Steve is always has never been like, it's too hot.
No, I don't hesitate.
Steve is so warm.
So warm.
He's a warm
I was
guy.
talking about. You should see Steve with our dog Catacomb. Steve just caresses Catacomb, just like gives him attention, looks him in the eye. I'm like, God damn, Steve, you're such a kind man.
I love all creatures.
Steve is Totoro. Have you ever seen the movie My Neighbor Totoro?
Yes.
That's Steve.
You
You
think
just want
that's
to jump
me?
on and give him a hug. That's you. You go in the forest and find this old man and you hug him or something.
Yes.
Don't be scared, Maude.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
Feel his hand. Here, Steve. Extend
Feel
your
it.
hand.
Come here, Maude.
Hold her.
Let's have your. No, come close.
You all
What's
right?
interesting
No.
though about Steve's hands is that Steve has man hands. The rest of his
I
body
don't
is
care.
little
Do you
boy
think
body.
I care? I don't care, Maude. Bring it in.
You're gonna get electrocuted.
Whoa, you are on fire.
Why are you dead?
Yeah. No, this is my thing. I think you're taking all of my heat and you always have been. Sometimes if my shoes are off, people will look at my feet and they went, wow, your feet died 4 weeks ago.
No, but why are you a cold corpse person?
I
right
don't
now?
have good circulation.
Oh, Sam too. Sam's like that too. Sam is freezing.
Yeah,
My hands and feet, just nothing.
I freeze blood.
It's because I'm a hot-blooded lover.
Now this week on the show, Steve is a hot-blooded lover.
Can you guys all hear
can't
yourselves
hear
in your
anything.
headsets?
I can
can't
hear myself a
at
little
all.
bit.
No,
Okay.
I got nothing.
No, wait, no.
Okay.
I can hear
Yes,
myself
not
a
at
little
all.
bit.
So fun
Hi, me.
fact, there is one other Maude Garrett in the
Who
world.
is it?
Another Maude Garrett.
Who is it?
Is she in
She's
Australia?
in Nebraska.
Who is it?
Oh, Nebraska.
What?
Yeah.
Does anybody watch this show in Nebraska? Please tell me. I want to
Maude
know.
Garrett. I
Where
think
you
I'm
from?
stealing all of her thunder, which sucks.
And it.
But
yeah.
she's a really cool geek, and she hit me up
Yeah.
on Facebook one time,
Stop
going,
it.
"Yeah, I see that you're in radio and television. Have you got any advice?" And I was like,
I
"Yeah,
hate-
have a kick-ass name." Oh wait, you do.
Get rid of that shit right now.
I don't know how long this goes on for. I'll be honest.
Sounds like it's gonna get killed, and it knows.
It knows.
No.
I came here
It's
on
already
table,
dead. Look, it's just a
On
head.
table talk, I'd like to say, meat is murder. Meat is murder.
All right, that's enough of that. Guys, we have a
Spoopy.
special guest here. Maude Garrett's here. I forgot
You had
your
to
name
think.
for a
You had to
second.
think
I
about
was like,
that.
what's your last name? Maude Garrett.
I
Maude
like
Garrett.
that you addressed that because I was going to anyway, just to make it really uncomfortable.
No, I did it.
Maude.
Oh, you mean address that I was?
Yeah,
I was
we've got
taking
on the show.
Well, I remembered your first name. It's just hard to remember your last name because I just found it
You know
out
what?
moments before we started filming.
With the name like Maude, I don't need a last name. It's like the shit version of
Maude.
Madonna.
Is it Maude?
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever seen Harold and Maude?
No, and I won't. I won't, because what if it's not good?
What if it's not?
Are you
good?
out of your
My
fucking
name-
mind?
my
Titular
name
film.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
What if I can't what if it inspires me too much and I will only start dating high schoolers?
I mean, that's
isn't
okay
it-
if you're an old
he's
lady.
like-
Yeah,
he's
I
Once
like
you're an
20,
old
right?
lady.
He's like 20. It's about like a
No,
suicidal
he's a teenager.
20-year-old.
He's a
He's in high
teenager.
I read it was about a 20-year-old. And
may not
somebody
be.
was like, ooh, this movie's about you. I'm like, I ain't gonna watch it. I don't watch good
Dude,
movies.
you need to. I have the Criterion Blu-ray, and we're gonna watch it.
Oh, I'm a nerd.
It's 2 vs. 1 now, so
Yeah, that's right. 2 nerds here, motherfucker. Fuck off.
I remember back in the day, I used to be a nerd, but now I'm not anymore. I'm not. I'm a nerd by like the kind that you don't want to be. Like I'm a societal nerd. Like, and
What are you? Are you at South by Southwest? What are you wearing around your neck?
I got a counter to count each time something happens that I don't like. By the way, 1.
What happened? that
You know I
didn't
can't
like?
come to table talk with just one bit.
I know. You had the fucking cow, and now you got this shit.
I felt like it was gonna get
What are you
taken
gonna
away
do
from
with the
me.
Izzy next?
Oh, you don't like
something?
my Izzy?
Oh.
No, I said, what are you gonna do with it? I like the Izzy.
Dang, can you take one
This is
back?
gonna be.
No, you can't.
All right, so let's get the goddamn show started. Maude, would you do
Do we
the
do-
honors as
yeah.
our guest?
Let's do this.
By reaching in and pulling a
Digging
topic
in
out.
deep.
Dig
Got
in
this
there.
one. I've got it happening right now. You ready? Billy Parmiter, who is at Billy backwards Parmiter, said, "Watching Ghostbusters whilst I tidy my room. What do you like to do whilst doing chores?" Hashtag table talk.
First of all, I don't do chores. When I feel like a
You
chore
really
is coming
don't.
up, I leave.
Yeah, it's actually true. In fact, we had chores to do this weekend, and you were like conveniently out of the house while we were doing chores.
and then when we were cleaning up more yesterday, I conveniently had to take a dump. I know Darren was on me. He was like, "That's a real convenient dump you had to take." No, it was for real. It was a real dump. I've been having real poop problems.
Oh, yeah.
Lee told me that if I don't poop enough, I'm gonna get what you call it, hemorrhoids. So I've been pooping every day.
Yeah.
no,
have
if
to
you
eat more
poop too
fiber.
hard, you're gonna get hemorrhoids.
So Lee was wrong. She
You
lied
know what
to
I
me.
read about, man? I read about this on Reddit. You can have some sort of obstruction in your colon or in your intestines, so that you will vomit poop.
What the hell?
That's
No,
real.
how does that
It's-
find its way back up?
Because it's so impacted, and your colon is still creating feces that it comes out of your mouth.
I guess it's much better this way because pooping is kind of fun. Am I wrong? I'm sorry.
I mean, not all the time, but sure.
Like
I'm just a girl. I do not do that.
girls don't poop.
So I'm like grabbing the walls, right? And I'm like, yeah, 3 plies not gonna cut it this time.
Yeah, you need 4-ply.
I was talking to this about somebody recently. Does 4-ply exist?
It shouldn't.
I love 4-ply. When you're going down on a girl, you gotta work it up before you.
Oh, cranky, work it on. I'm sorry.
I accidentally bought 1-ply toilet paper, and now I feel like that meme where she's like,
I don't get it. I don't get toilet paper shit.
No,
if you can see through it, you shouldn't use it.
I remember one time I was like, "Dang, I'm out of poop," so I went to
Yeah,
your
you can't-
bathroom.
I'm out of poop.
I'm out of poop. I'm out
Oh damn! I'm out of poop. I guess I gotta eat now.
I'm never out of poop. I'm
Let
like,
me press this. You said something I didn't
you
like.
make.
You were grabbing down there as well. I was like, let me just
me
do
grab
something.
it.
That wouldn't
Let
be
me
strange.
press
That would be-
something. Now you do. You just shat
There you go.
yourself.
Almost grabbed my
I know
genitals.
you.
Didn't really do
can
it.
I finish
That's
your
one.
story? Because
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah.
You were out of toilet paper, so you went to my bathroom to get toilet paper, and it was like the worst toilet paper.
Yeah, it was
ever.
the worst toilet paper.
It was toilet paper from the Dollar Tree.
Darren was
No.
upset with me. He was like, "Where did you get this from?" Because every time we go buy toilet paper, Darren's like, "We can't buy this cheap crap. That's not us. We
But
don't
here's
roll
the thing,
that way."
like I have toilet paper basically as a backup from my
Wipes.
wet wipes. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Dude, pro move. Dude.
Oh,
Pro
don't
move.
judge me for knowing what he's talking
I mean,
about.
I'm you too. I'm like, I just heard because like our friend Bowman was like, you know, when you poop too much and you got to use a wet wipe. I'm like, what the hell? No.
Are you out of your
No.
mind? Are you out of your
I'm out of
mind?
my-
I'm sorry. This is the 2000s.
This
all
is
right?
it's
not.
it's the teens.
I hate people who try to talk to you when you really don't actually have anything in common, but they're like, "Oh, we got the same." I don't know you. You're a goddamn stranger from Nebraska.
But Maude Garrett.
We have the same
Oh,
name.
sorry. She's Maude Garrett. I'm
Garrett.
Maude Garrett.
You're
Saying it.
Maude
Yeah.
Garrett.
You're Lord Garrett.
I'm Lord Garrett.
I still
That's
can't
a
hear
joke.
myself. You guys hear yourselves?
Yeah, is that a big issue for you?
It's such an issue. It
this
feels
is-
strange to me.
Can we just play with the knobs?
Maybe it's because I'm like,
Aw.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to play with your
You like that
your
one?
knobs.
Who's getting affected by right now?
I just-
Oh,
I-
I found mine.
I think my problem
I'm
is I
knobbed
can hear
up.
you and I can hear Will and I can't
Hello?
hear Bree and I can't hear myself.
well,
that
we're on a
better?
different plane than you guys, to be honest.
That's true.
Oh, I found mine.
What do you think that is?
This must be very interesting if you're listening to this podcast.
This is good podcast content.
Well, I'm
Garrett.
saying the mics are actually V16 Visco.
I've got an S. Oh, now I'm good. What did you do?
Yeah, I touched
Something
this
happened.
one. I found your knob.
Oh, I'm
Turn
gonna
mine
touch
way
your
up.
knob. In
I
a
might have
minute.
You wanna
accidentally turned
calm
your
down.
knob down earlier. I'm sorry, I knobbed you, boy.
I want to hold on, or go ahead.
Can
What
we
were
go
you gonna
back
say?
to what Will was saying about talking to people
That
that
you
just
don't have
name-
anything
that
in
you don't have
common.
anything in common with? Because I did have an SREG. His name was Brandon
Mm.
SREG. Contact me, and he was like, "Hey, I contacted you because we have the same last name. I wonder if we're related. Also, do you want to go out sometime?"
Whoa.
In case we're not related,
In
or
case
if
we're
we
not-
are, if you're into that.
But like, who are you?
If
Well,
there's
who are
12
you?
Why
SREGs
are
in the
you
world,
talking to me?
statistically you're related.
Do you think so? You think that's what that means?
Yeah. It's just like you everywhere you go. I think Chris Rock has a joke about it, about how like when wives get together and they're like, "Oh, our husbands need to be friends too," and then they sit you in a room together and he's like, "I like baseball." Why? I'm not trying to. Why? Those are the types of things in life I'm trying to avoid. Anytime you don't have to talk to somebody, I'm like, I'm just not.
Right.
I
It's
hear
not-
that.
Yeah.
You don't like talking to people, is what you're
I
saying.
mean, unless if I don't know you, you don't know me, we don't really have anything in common. You don't watch the anime I watch. Why are we hanging out?
You were talking to me about that last night.
We were
how you
talking
would
a little bit
rather
about that
just
last
not
night.
associate with people that don't have the same, like that don't vibe with you, humor-wise.
Yeah.
I'm not actually. What I will say is that you don't have to have things in common. Like one of my closest friends, Darren. When we first started hanging out, I told him all the time. I was like, we have nothing in common. We should not be friends. And now we're close friends.
That's true.
Do you think that was because of a change in you?
Yeah.
I think we're in the teens
It's
now.
the aughts. We're in the aughts.
Okay.
Do you understand me?
Yes.
Which
Wait,
means
which is you ought to use
No,
a wet one
I'm
on
sorry.
your butt.
That's not what Bowman said to me. What he said was he said well, you know when you have a poop and you have to go wet the toilet paper. No.
oh well, that's like in the 80s. In
See,
the
he's in the
80s, you had to
80s.
wet the toilet paper.
You know what makes no sense? The
What?
fact that you're like, oh, anything less than 3-ply for my asshole's not good. But then you won't have the ultimate. So a wet wipe
Yeah,
is
what's the
like
matter with you?
better. That's your 4-ply.
Holy shit! She just figured you out,
I
you
don't,
freak.
You see, I don't respect myself that much. I just want 3-ply.
I have a story to tell.
Let's
I
hear
didn't
it.
know about wet wipes really either. I have to admit,
When did you
I
learn?
was just all about. So I'm gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna drop a name. Will Smith is notorious for advocating wet wipes,
That was a big name you dropped.
and he said,
He wiped your butthole?
"I don't want to
Will
talk
Smith
about."
wiped your butthole?
No,
Dude,
it
take
was-
all of them away.
I gotta take them off and
Go back to
there was
zero.
a way.
He
Go
was
back to
talking
zero.
about his love for the wet wipe, and he was saying he challenged everyone, and he goes, "If you've just done a mega turdo, my words, not his,
Mega turdo.
what you do, wipe your butt. Wipe it again. Wipe until you think you've got everything, and then use a wet wipe and see everything you missed." I couldn't unsee.
It's true. It's true.
I heard that
I don't
and I was
want to
like,
know.
"Whoa,
It's
I've
true.
been missing stuff."
See,
this
what-
whole time."
Yeah. yeah.
It's we're aware. I'm not really aware of like a lot of things humans do, but I found out recently within the past year, people do this things called eat each other's booties out.
You talking
the
about
hell-
salad tossing?
Salad tossing. I didn't know about that actually.
You know about salad
Guys,
tossing?
my innocence! Please think
People-
about my innocence. It is getting
Listen,
Now,
we're
look.
hazing you right now.
Look.
You're-
penetrating my innocence.
Like there's
wearing
a
condoms, though.
phrase, eat the booty like groceries. I didn't know about that.
Eat the
really.
booty like groceries?
I didn't know about that until recently. And like what you just said, there's stuff you missed. So if you're eating the booty like groceries,
Hold on. Here's the thing, really.
you've
quick,
had
though.
some feces in your mouth.
Hold
Oh
on.
my
Before we
Oh.
listen, hold on. Before we talk about
I need
that,
to wet one my eyes and
first
my
of
ears.
all, first of all, we want to thank the lovely girls who made us this bowl really
Thank
quick
you.
first. But hold on. If you like salad tossing is something that you prepare for. You go and take a shower, you clean yourself
I
out.
will
still-
not partake in this
See,
conversation.
I don't care. You could be I love women. I think they're the most beautiful thing on the earth I've ever seen.
Tell
It
them.
could be,
Don't tell me.
It could be goddamn all those women that I talk about all the time. If she was like, "Will, I could only be with you if you eat the booty once," I'd be like, "Get the hell out of here. I loved you."
Wait, we're not done here, Maude. Don't reach
We're
in
not
there.
done here. What was
You
the
want to
question
move on,
even?
don't you?
What was the question?
Hold
even?
on.
What do you think about when doing chores?
Let's keep talking about poop really quick before we move on to this question. Hold on. Have you never used wet naps before or wet wipes?
No, not on my butt.
Really?
No.
They're really lovely.
Okay, so
I don't even know what I've used them for.
It's like a passionate kiss. It's like that.
is.
It's like that dick that never learned how to kiss. It's like that's toilet paper, and then you get someone who grabs
Yeah.
your face and they're like.
you're like,
you're
you
like-
never want to go back.
yeah.
But I mean, I don't.
Let me
You
paint a
don't put
picture.
girls
on
Let me
story.
paint a picture for you. William Haynes was born. Okay? One day William Haynes was born, what, in 1993 or something?
93.
Were you really
I'm
born
sorry.
in 1993?
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
love
gonna
that you knew
fucking-
straight away.
No,
I
I'm
know.
not
Everybody
gonna
does that. Everybody does that.
Okay, William Haynes was born in 1993.
Yeah.
That William Haynes was also born with just one butthole.
One butthole. I only have
Just
one.
one. The technology to give you a new one does not exist yet.
I think it might, but I
Not
feel like
yet.
okay, all right.
Unless you have that thing where you're backed up so much, then your mouth becomes a butthole.
Then your mouth is a butthole. Your mouth could be another butthole, but for all intents and purposes, we're talking about the butthole.
I feel like I see
bad
where you're
breath.
going. You're
What I'm
telling me
saying
I needed
is
to take care of my
Take
butthole.
care of your butthole, dude. Wiping your butt with toilet paper is like 1800s shit.
So now you can feel my pain because I accidentally bought one ply.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know.
Should have done
I
it.
do,
Why
I
did you do that? Were you like,
an accident.
You don't. You bought one ply. That means you don't respect yourself.
One ply just turns into like shredded, like when you shred
Every time I
documents.
go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah. You
If
come
you-
back and you got everything on your
but
hand.
it's the kind of thing where it's like, I don't want to waste the paper,
Mhm.
but it's like, I have to get through it. to buy the next lot of toilet
That's
paper.
true.
You do. You have to get through it.
Or you can just use that for
corporal
something
punishment
else.
because of the mistake. I'm paying the price.
or find some
My drill
bums and be
sergeant's
like,
name was corporal punishment.
find some bums and be like, you want a new sweater? Take this. Just wrap it around you. And they'd be like, we don't want this crap.
That's insensitive.
I see what you
I
mean.
know homeless people.
The decoy.
Are you upset that you know homeless people?
I'm upset that you didn't think I know homeless people.
So I don't really think about much when I'm doing chores.
So what I was talking about last night was I like to. So the older I get, the more I realize that my time is precious.
You are old.
You're being way too calm and different to me right now.
Really?
I think ever since Lieberman hit you in the forehead with that computer.
Please tell the story.
Did you hear what you just said?
You know what's funny? We talked about this earlier, and we were like, should we talk about the Lieberman hitting me in the head story? And then I was
said
like, that's going to
no.
make him look like shit.
No, it's not going to make
So we're
him
not
look-
going to
it was
tell
an
the story.
accident.
You make
was
it up
an
in your mind.
accident.
People at home, make it up however you want. Say he threw
Lieberman
train.
took a bit too far is what happened.
Lieberman had steroids that day.
Lieberman, like, God bless him, he's a sweet man. There's something seriously wrong with that poor boy.
No.
I
Something
do stuff
happened.
like that all the time. Like if I have a book and I pretend to throw it at someone.
I think
I've never
when
done
I'm
that.
holding my phone and I'm lying down in bed with it,
Oh, I've done
sometimes
that.
I drop it on my goddamn face.
I've done that.
So there's nothing wrong with Lieberman. He just was a little butterfingery that day.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
Lieberman's
the
always
word. He's
butterfingery.
always butterfingery.
I will say Lieberman is a nice guy. Everybody that
He's a
works in this
lovely
building
guy.
is a nice person
Very
with
lovely.
good intentions, but he be messing up.
He messes up a little bit.
Guys.
He be messing up. Lieberman, you try to pull that stuff on Steve again, I'll find you.
It was an accident.
Listen, I was the one abused in the face, so I can say that there's a shortage in that man's brain somewhere.
and I'm your homie, so I can jump in on it.
Thank you, my hype man.
Why not?
I'm speaking in defense of Matt because he's not here to defend himself.
Yeah.
So
Listen, I love
I
Matt.
felt bad for him.
Matt's a good man.
It was an accident.
The
He
bit
felt
went too far.
like
It was an
shit.
accident. He threw his laptop at my face,
Accidentally.
and it
Well, he kind of
destroyed.
went to strike you with it, like as a little bit of.
He
a
went to, but I
tap,
mean,
but it wasn't. It was like a
at the force at which he came at me with it was terrifying. I was like, this is the moment I die. Like Lieberman lost his shit, and this is him going postal.
I saw you in shock. For the
I was in
very
shock.
first
I've
time.
never been in such shock in my
Yeah.
life, and in fact, I've never been punched in the face either.
Have you not?
Never.
I don't think I have either.
That
now
was
that
the
I think about it.
closest to a punch in the
You
face
should
I've ever
punch each
gotten.
other in the face at the same time.
That's worse than a punch in the face.
That's worse than the punch
You
in-
need to find a
punch
way
in
to
the face.
one up him. He hit you with a laptop.
I can't.
Hit him with
because
his
in my-
table.
This is why. There's so many impulsive things in history that led to the worst possible shit ever. And for me personally, I cannot justify getting him back in any way. It was
Look,
an absolute accident.
Steve, imagine how good it would be to feel, how good it would feel to hit him with the corner of this table,
Amazing.
right in the middle of his head.
Amazing.
You guys are
Oh.
terrible.
Right in the
human
corner.
would
beings.
feel
that would kill
amazing.
him. Like that would
Yeah,
legitimately
no,
kill
I wouldn't
him.
do that, but he did definitely create a horrible bump
Yeah,
on my
it's
And
forehead.
gone
it's
away
also
now.
a reason why Steve is wearing different
It's
glasses.
the reason why I'm wearing a different glasses because he destroyed my other glasses and
Destroyed.
There's
All
a little. I
right.
know you're like
destroyed.
Wait,
Destroyed.
No, there was a little tiny scratch on his glass.
I'll be honest.
Hold
every
on a
time-
second.
Every time
That's
you wear
not a tiny scratch. First of all,
every time you're talking when you're wearing those glasses, I do look at the scratch though. So
right?
Yeah.
It's unavoidable. And imagine seeing this massive. And first of all, you can say it's a little scratch from your perspective. From my perspective, I see a massive thing in my.
I
because-
put the glasses on. I did try it, and it was just.
It's a nightmare.
I just realized
always there.
something.
It's a nightmare.
There's some stuff in this world that's real violent, like wars and nuclear bombs in the corners of tables. They hurt.
Yeah.
And when you hit your toe
On
and you're
anything.
walking at night,
On
Worst.
anything.
Step on a Lego.
Step on a Lego.
step on a Lego.
These simple
That's like
things.
stepping on a grenade.
Whose idea was it to like, we could round these out, but nah.
But no.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I do chores from time to time, I suppose, but I also pay someone to do my chores because I'm that kind of person. But if I was to think about something whilst doing some sort of chore, maybe like brushing my teeth or waiting for my coffee to get hot, I'll sometimes think about doing squats.
Doing squats?
Yeah, I try
Why?
and I just do some squats. Incidental exercise. Because baby got booty!
Damn! Wait,
Damn!
He's
Don't eat it!
He's
I would not eat it. I promise you.
Oh man! Speaking of squats
Too
and
close to
pooping, did you
home.
know that the greatest way to poop is with your legs up on
Yeah.
a table on a thing?
No.
That's why
Yeah.
there's a.
Have you done it?
Have you traveled internationally?
I
There'll
haven't
be like
traveled internationally.
diagrams on the toilet
They
being
show
like,
you.
don't sit on the lid when you're squatting to shit.
I was told you're supposed to like the correct position is like this. Because, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
when
that's
we
what
were
I'm talking
taping-
about.
Oh, I
A
thought
little
you
bit
meant
more
we could-
elevated. Look a little bit more
Shoot.
forward, I guess.
But Will, you can also do that. You can replicate that by putting something under your feet.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
if you sit on the lid, if you, yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's apparently good for your colon. It's good for your the movement.
My colon's cool. But
TMI.
when I'm doing chores, I like to put on stand-up comedy. I like to listen to comedy
Okay.
always.
I don't think I could like pay attention to it.
I
I put
mean-
on like music.
Yeah.
I put on like oldies tunes and stuff.
Oldies tunes.
Put on a little Supremes.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Let me show you what you can do with this. We have the Strensum's official topic launcher, and what we try to do is we try to place our topics here, fold it up.
You
any
can
way
move
you'd
this.
like.
I didn't know
You
that
can
till
move
for
this,
weeks.
and then
I
you
want-
can
yeah.
try to launch it right at the lens.
You want to hit the lens? If you do that, you get points. And we get to put it in
Not
the book.
gonna put any
I'd
pressure
roll
on
it
you,
up
but
more.
no guests have hit the lens yet.
I have not hit the lens yet. Wait, maybe I did. I think that's too far. That actually wasn't bad. If you had that right there, you might hit it.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Steve.
Anyone else have a bad taste in their mouth after that conversation?
I was gonna go into
I-
the.
Oh, no, not because that...
Ah,
Because
salutating! She said salutating! And we were just talking about taste in her mouth.
I didn't taste anything. I promise you I never will.
Can we talk about the even further progression of toilet paper technology and of like cleansing technology?
What, like the...
I'm talking about
the
the bidet.
yeah.
That's not either. Why would I want that?
Because it's amazing!
I
And it's
tried
probably
it
cold
once.
water.
Have you tried
I
it?
tried it once. I was
And?
in Hawaii, and I was like, what is this bartender?
Yeah, and you
feel
hit a
violated.
falsetto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Water didn't buy me dinner.
What were we going to talk about before? Oh, I was going to talk about the associate. So the older I get, the more I realize that my time is becoming precious on this earth. And so what I feel like is I have a very strange sense of humor. God, you're a corpse, Maude. You are a corpse. I want to hold you and make you warm.
You know how they say cold hands, warm heart?
No.
I don't. I say cold hands, no soul.
Cold hands, corpse.
You should crawl into Steve's body. He's
You
got
can
a
crawl
zipper
into
in
my
the back.
body. I smell bad on the outside as well, though.
Tell us about your
Get
life.
all
What did
tauntaun
you
on me.
realize?
What I want to say is
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
that's exactly the reference I made. Thank you. What I was trying to say.
smell your armpit.
What I was
I thought it was a subtle hint that he was saying I stank.
No, I
I'm
said
fine.
okay, whatever. we
Steve
moved
made a
past
joke that
moment.
he smelled bad, but I want to clarify that you never smell
Thank
bad.
you,
Steve.
Will.
I've
I
never
don't.
seen
Steve
you
is a
smell
very
bad.
delicious smelling
Doesn't
Thank
he?
you.
Isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's all just hold hands now.
I
Can we
remember
all
one
just hold
time.
hands?
I remember one time the other day. I heard Steve say, "Oh, it was the first time I went to work without taking a shower." Wow,
It was.
plenty of days.
Oh,
Yeah?
don't brag.
I'm not sure if that's a brag.
This is okay. So let me get to this point I was trying to make. The older I get, the more I realize that my time is precious, and so I have a very strange sense of humor, and I find some things incredibly stupidly ridiculous, and I like to laugh about it. And I do bits, and I like to do bits with my friends, and sometimes hours of bits.
Hours of the same bit.
Yeah, I'll
Does everyone
agree
know
with
what a
Bree.
bit is, though?
Yeah, so
Do they
but
know
but
what
you know,
bits are?
bits are like when you joke
Bits
around
are
with your
supposed
friends.
to be a little bit of bits.
Mm-hmm.
Bits are like when you joke with your friends in a moment.
Yeah. I mean, Bree is saying what a bit is. A bit is a piece of a joke. We do movies.
You guys do.
We do movies. Yeah,
Feature
we do
film
full movies.
presentations.
Yeah.
We are character. We transform. We role play.
You guys are
essentially,
3-hour Criterion box sets with the director's cut.
of a bad comedy.
Yeah. If Steve and I didn't have other friends, we could do it all day.
That's what I'm saying. So for me, it's like I realize that I love spending time with people that can do that and like doing that and enjoy that.
They're on your wavelength.
They're on my wavelength. They're in the weird zone of doing bits, and I feel like I'm happiest when I'm with like-minded comedy people who are all laughing at the same stuff, and so that can be exclusionary. Is that a word? Exclusionary?
I see what you're saying.
To some people who either will get annoyed by that type of behavior or aren't on that wavelength whatsoever.
I feel exactly the same way as you're saying, but
I think
I
everyone does in life.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
But I feel like I always want to be with comedy people. But I realized, like, I went back to the Bay recently, and I have a lot of friends there that aren't into anything like this at all, and it's so relaxing. These people
Yeah.
are just like, they sit there and they're like, so how you doing?
Yeah, you can't do it every
Thank
day.
you,
Yeah.
Will.
Yeah, you can't do it
Nailed
every
it.
day.
I'm saying I only want that every 3 months, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying
Right,
too.
sure.
You
I like hanging out with
there's-
But they
insane
can still
people.
be on your wavelength. I find
Sure.
so if someone's not on your wavelength, you instantly know because having a conversation with them is difficult. you have to try.
Yeah.
A good,
Yeah, you
on
don't-
that same
you're
way,
right,
like, you
you're
bounce off each other and you get each other. And it doesn't mean because you're up here the whole time.
You should
Right.
have
It just
one
means
friend.
that you're picking up
Yeah.
what you're putting down.
No, you're right.
At any
you're right.
tempo.
And you're
Get
right.
on my fucking tempo.
A discussion shouldn't be a struggle.
Yeah.
No.
And hanging out with people shouldn't be a struggle.
And if I say something which I think is quite normal and someone looks at me a little bit offended, I'll walk away.
You know what? I take back what I said. It's not comedy people that I want to hang out with. I very love people who don't get offended.
Yes.
Maybe that's
Like-
what it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's not even comedy people. It's just people who can handle ridiculous
Yeah.
shit, and they don't even have to be
Yeah.
amazingly like hilarious people. Like some of my favorite people are people who don't know they're funny as fuck and are just really fucking funny naturally and don't abuse the fact that they're actually an amazing comedian. Those are like the best kinds of people to associate with because then they're not trying too hard to be like a comedian or an actor or and in LA it's garbage. It's everywhere.
I've not gelled with people that are actually funny, but they tried too hard to be funny. And I'm like, not my tempo.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Those people, and there's a lot of that in LA. A lot. And you,
Wait, so did you enjoy it?
It was an unusual experience.
I know, but after that, you're like, I don't want to
I didn't
not
go
do
back
this.
again.
You didn't go back? You can buy them for your home. I don't know if you knew this.
Can you imagine? Hey, buddy, can I use your toilet? Yeah.
Okay, I have a story. I believe I've told this before. I gotta pretend. No, I've told it before. I don't want to tell it again. And I don't care if you haven't heard it. Here we go. Daniel Ransley from Twitter says, there's a hippo with 3 legs, a lion with depression, and a snake with a cold. Who lives longest? Hashtag top ramen.
A snake breathes through its tongue sensory, so it doesn't need to breathe through its nose. So having a cold wouldn't actually congest.
Well, we
it
don't know
too
what kind of
much,
cold it
I
has.
guess.
Would you go to
'cause that's
school
a head
too?
cold.
Did you go to school too? How do you know that about a snake?
You didn't know snakes
Why do you think
smell
it
with
goes?
their tongues?
No.
I think everybody knows.
Did you know
that.
flies taste with their feet?
Yes.
Did you know that flies vomit on things to digest the food?
Yes.
With puke?
What else you got? Come on, I'm like, yeah.
What do you know about rhinos?
They're horny.
Ah!
Can you click that for me?
We don't know what kind of cold this snake has. It could be like a stomach cold or something. Can you have stomach colds?
That was enough. I want my toy back.
There we go. What if he's got a stomach cold?
I think a depressed lion would be like, I don't know if I can kill this antelope, so I'm not going to.
Wait, what is it? A male or female lion?
A lioness.
Well, if it was a lioness, it would have been a lioness.
Because I don't know a whole bunch about the animal kingdom, but I've learned a lot that the male lions don't do jack. Like the Lion King was a lie. Mufasa, all he would have done was laid down all day.
Yeah. Well, they hunt, I think, don't they?
No, I think the female lions do most of the hunting.
Yeah, and
Wow,
then bring it
really?
to the man who eats before her.
Holy shit.
So maybe I want this lion to be depressed now.
Yeah, I mean that's why he's depressed. He's like, I'm actually not.
Do you think that's where
useful."
like people
figured
got
it
the
out.
idea of being like having a hierarchy because of the animals?
Because of the animals.
Possibly.
I think it's just they naturally do it for some reason. What?
I think the hippo with 3 legs is going to be okay.
I don't
if
think
it-
so.
Well,
No,
actually,
no.
no. Wait, which one is missing? Actually,
No, because
doesn't
look,
matter.
let's say the lion's depressed.
Okay.
Okay, but he's depressed about God knows what.
Well, Scar killed someone.
Sure, something like that.
They were all depressed.
And there's a
for
hippo
me.
with 3 legs right in front of him. Although, yeah, the depression would cause him to not want to even eat.
He's like, why do I even
Yeah,
want to
it's
eat
not hungry,
this?
no appetite.
And just, I hate snakes. Just step on a snake.
the snake with
You
the
know what?
cold.
And I think the hippo could still do that with 3 feet.
All right,
Yeah.
well let's do it this way. The snake with the cold does not have access to modern antibiotics. It's
No.
gonna die out in the wilderness. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Dead. Snake's
And no
out.
one's gonna
Mind you,
care.
it's cold-blooded, so I don't know, would it still circulate well? Would it ever get a fever?
I mean, it,
Fever?
yeah, sure. Cold-blooded animals get fevers, right? Who's our resident
Do
scientist?
we have a marine biologist in the?
Do we have a marine?
It's the hippo. Great question.
It's
Thanks
the
so
hippo.
much.
Okay, hold on. I don't dare even go that quick through this one. This one has the hashtag top ramen. We got to spend some time on this
Wait,
one.
why is it top ramen?
Who knows? So the snake's dead. The lion with depression
Doesn't eat.
doesn't eat, so it
Dies.
probably dies. And the hippo with 3 legs is
Oh.
gonna get eaten by another predator.
Wait, no. So the snakes died first, right? So
Sure.
then the lion,
Snake's out of here.
The lion saw a dead snake and went, well, I can't run because I'm so upset. And so it would eat the dead snake. It catches the cold.
So lion's out.
Gone.
Yeah,
Lion
no
gets the
one
cold,
has
too.
the time to eat the
Okay,
hippopotamus.
so the hippo lives the longest.
Hippo lives longest.
You were right all along.
Hot pocket.
Anything about top ramen you guys want to say? It's
Pretty top.
It's the tops.
Would you wear a top made out of ramen?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, where? You know what?
Has someone ever made a top made out of ramen?
I think that's what the hashtag top ramen is all. Oh, not bad. Most
close.
impressive.
Thank you.
Jane writes, what's the best sweet and salt combination to you? Like popcorn in combination with chocolate.
Oh, you don't even need to combine things to make the best sweet and salty combination. Are
Steve,
you ready
I
for
hate
this?
that you're all healthy now. My old Steve would eat snacks at 2 in the morning.
I know,
We'd go
man.
get
I was
Slurpees
a
at
snacksman.
7-Eleven and watch Ali G.
I know.
Now
I know.
you're like, ooh, I need kale chips. No!
I mean, it's. I'm gonna live longer, Will. Don't you like that?
No! We're both dying young.
I'll run the show when you guys die then.
Go for it.
Okay. Actually, no, women live longer than men.
They do.
Yes, and right-handed people live longer than left-handed
Yes!
people.
I'm
So if you're
right-handed.
if you're a
Really?
left-handed male,
Sorry, Darren, you're gonna die soon.
You move away. You gotta. So that's what I'm saying. Like realize the people that you're spending your time with, and realize that potentially you're hindering what really makes you happy.
Yes. What a lot of people don't realize is that the people you hang out with, no matter how stupid you think they are, and you're like, oh, they're dumb, they will become a part of you. Their
Right.
sense of humor will become yours. You hang
Yeah.
out with dumb people, you're going to get dumb. You hang
Yeah.
out with smart people, you're
And
going to
that
get smart.
may not be the right thing.
Yeah.
That might be wrong. You might
Best-
realize that you're hanging out with the wrong people
Yeah.
when it's already too late. You pushed
Legitimately-
away all the good people.
6 months after hanging out with dumb people, you're like, so the worst. Nah.
Yeah, and then you hang out with someone who's like your exact match in as far as like conversations and energy goes, and then you're like, holy shit, I've been wasting my time with these deadbeats.
These deadbeats.
You
These
know?
ugly ass.
Ugly ass
put
roommates.
Something
buck
out
teeth.
to you guys. Do you think that this is like an old soul thing? Do you ever get this feeling where it's like, I feel like I've known you for ages?
Yes.
All the time.
Yeah.
Do you think it's because you may have in another
Yeah,
life?
it's weird to
or-
me. I feel like I've known you, Steve,
Yeah.
since I was a baby.
I know,
but
it's weird.
I've known you for like, what, 2 years, maybe?
At least.
At least, yeah.
It's weird.
Like,
Yeah.
but like I always say, everything before 2013 didn't happen in my life.
I love it. I love connecting with people like
I
that.
feel like
I like that
sometimes
question mark.
you can pre-adopt. So if someone reminds you of someone else and you've known that person for 7 years, then you've got 7 years of history with this brand new person just because they remind you of someone else.
Oh.
Have you had that?
Yeah. I don't know if I believe that we knew each other in a past life because
fun, but-
because I've connected with so many people in that way. But there's no possible way I knew all those people in a past life.
That's true.
Unless souls only exist in
Yeah.
like one area.
I wish I believed that we were reincarnated.
I think that's someone
do
trying to
too.
look for
I
a
wish.
reason. It's like, how come we feel this way? I'll just say that
it must be we were this thing in a different life.
here's
Which
a question.
is a beautiful sentiment.
No, it sure
but
is.
I don't
It sure is.
necessarily
Damn it, I'm
believe-
coming back as a mosquito.
And
I already
also, not
know.
only is it a beautiful sentiment, and I'm sorry, I disconnected us, but not only is it a beautiful sentiment, I appreciate concept like interesting life concepts. Like I've talked about how I'm not a religious person at all whatsoever, but I appreciate the stories and I appreciate
Oh, yeah.
the messages because most of the
Some of
messages
them.
kind of make sense. I mean, be nice to people,
Yeah.
treat them the way you want to be treated,
I
things like
think-
that.
I think it was Gandhi that said at the foundation of
Oh
all
my-
religions is love or something like
Oh,
that.
I thought you were being facetious. I
No,
totally thought you
Will
were being a
loves
joke. And that's why I was
Gandhi.
like, wow.
Yeah, it's
No,
rare
no,
that I...
he does. Will loves
It's rare
Gandhi.
that I
He
say
has a
something
Gandhi
for real.
poster.
Yeah. I would just want to say...
it's Ben Kingsley,
Everybody, all the time. It's Ben Kingsley. Oh, my God.
So Ben.
People are always like, man, Gandhi was a bad person. I'm not going to explain it on the podcast. Look it up. He was not a bad person. About that medicine thing, go look it up. Gandhi's
People
awesome.
say Gandhi was a shithead. You
he
know,
was not.
Here's the thing: people say Mother Teresa was a shithead.
Yeah, but
Why?
she was.
People love tearing people down.
I know, but like, I feel like everybody has a dark side.
I don't care if Gandhi went down to New York and punched every little kid he saw. Let's let me believe Gandhi's a good person. Let me have
But
that.
see,
You
that's
have
the problem. But
you have just explained religion.
yes,
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that.
Don't tarnish his. I need to believe in
I
this.
need
This
it.
is
Yeah,
my
and-
thing that keeps me sane.
to the point where people will block out hard facts because
And
they just
science.
want to believe.
I,
Gonna die.
Oh, you gonna get into a car wreck.
That has nothing to do with his left-handedness.
Nope.
Potentially.
Okay, favorite salty and sweet combination. Are you guys ready for this? I'm gonna blow
Yeah.
your minds.
All right.
Kettle corn. Boom. Kettle corn.
What's kettle
You know
corn?
what kettle corn
you don't know
is?
what kettle corn? They don't have that in Trillium.
They don't have that in London?
You didn't know what an emu was.
I knew what an emu. I said it was like an ostrich, but it's different.
What's kettle corn?
Okay, so kettle corn is like, it could be anywhere from a sweet and salty popcorn, or it could be coated in like a caramel almost.
Oh, so it's just popcorn.
Well, it's popcorn that's like
Flavored.
sweetened.
Can I take a second and say, why do people eat popcorn?
Oh my God, you need to leave because
No.
popcorn is delicious.
No, let's be
It's
honest.
kind of forced on you. It's because
forced
it's
on you.
synonymous with movies. Now you smell that, you're like, I need to watch a movie. And
Yeah.
that's very clever for whoever created popcorn. Because it's like everyone has to like it.
I love
Actually, it
this
was the
smell.
Native Americans that created popcorn.
Are you serious? Are you frills? Are you trill? It was Orville G. Redenbacher. Orville Redenbacher. I don't know who created
Oral
it.
Red.
But like I get
Oil
popcorn.
Longhorns
I like the way it smells,
Yes.
but the way it's in your teeth and you just keep thinking about it for the rest of the day, I don't dig it.
I mean, I don't know. I fucking love popcorn, man. There was a time when I knew people that worked at a movie theater, and I would go to that movie theater, and at the end of the day, what they do is they shove all the popcorn that didn't get eaten from the machine into these giant clear garbage bags, essentially,
chuck 'em.
and then they would chuck
They
them.
put a hole in it. Mhm.
And guess what? I would go over there and be like,
I'll just take it off your hands.
I'm real desperate and I want some more snacks.
listen, I'm depressed, so can I have your giant
Look,
bag of popcorn?
Look, I don't feel really good about myself, so I'm gonna eat myself.
I'm
to death.
really sad. So I had a giant bag of popcorn in the closet of my teenage room for months that we would all share while watching movies.
You know, I can't lie to you because, like, I know the reason why I don't drink is because, like, I know I have an addictive personality. I talked about
All or
it.
nothing.
I love pie. Whenever I get sad, when I used to live right down the street from a grocery store, I used to be like, ooh, it's 10:30, store closed about half an hour, feeling real sad about my day-to-day, going to Vons. Walk down to Vons, get this 11-inch apple pie, eat half of it, go to sleep. That was my day. If I drank alcohol, I'd be like, ooh, it's about 10:30, time to turn up.
Yeah, time to get some Jameson and Coca-Cola.
And Coca-Cola, I don't know what they do, so I get you. It's
Yeah.
comforting.
It is comforting.
Pies are different in Australia as well.
I want to
But
believe.
that's fine. Faith is
David,
fine.
do company.
I know, right? David, he wants to believe.
I want to believe Gandhi was the best, and yeah.
But if we're good people, we won't stop you from believing that. If that's what you need to believe, then you go believe it. If it makes you better, more power to you.
My
mate.
thing is like, I guess I'm agnostic, maybe, if anything, because it would be cool if
You
something.
mean, okay, so you don't know what you believe.
I don't know.
So technically you're agnostic because we love to put labels on things.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If I had to classify it in some way, instead of saying I don't know, I'm gonna say I'm agnostic.
I'm
Sure,
I'm
I-
nothing. I'm nothing.
and maybe I'm nothing too.
Yeah, but people's brains can't handle you
They
being
can't
nothing.
handle it,
Will.
yeah.
I know they can't.
not
You have to
possible.
have a
You
label.
can't see nothing. You
But-
can't hold
but
nothing.
my
So why
thing
can
is
it
like,
exist?
Yeah.
Is like I just want to live in a way that isn't hurting anybody. And contributes somehow to happiness and laughter.
Oh well, you're Buddhist.
So maybe I don't know, but whatever that is, fine.
Rub my belly, rub my belly, rub my
But
belly.
also, like, if there is an afterlife, wouldn't it be nice to just know that you were a good person
Yeah.
before you died, and then and just in case?
Okay. Tell me if this is wrong.
Not that that's a reason to be a good person, but it's like who knows?
Tell me if
wanna
this
be
is
a good
wrong.
person.
I don't.
Right.
The idea of heaven doesn't sound as fun to me, so I just want to know if I can get in, and then I just don't want to exist anymore.
You're like, it's like the VIP club. That's
yeah.
a big line.
I just want to know if I can get in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but heaven, like,
Am I on the list?
the
All right,
stuff
cool.
you read about heaven, though, is like your whole family's there,
Oh.
and like it's the most beautiful place, and it's
I know my mom's gonna be calling me up. Can I borrow $50 heaven dollars? No.
$50 heaven dollars.
No, Mom.
I just want, like, I don't know. And then you think about, like, if hell, I feel like we've already talked about this, but if hell is the place where all the, like, sinful things occur,
It's
or where
way
all the
better
sinful
down
things
there.
were created, then why
would we
wouldn't
not wanna
you
be
want to be there?
Oh, I
if
just said
people
that-
are just fucking each other and, like, doing drugs and stuff, like, how is that?
It was an
Hell
Event
sounds-
Horizon.
Here's the thing.
What's that?
The kind of stand-up shows going on down in hell. Louis C.K.'s down there. It's amazing.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
dead yet.
But can we
I mean,
just
when
talk
he will
about,
be.
like, we're excluding the people who tortured people and animals and stuff like that.
That's true.
That's
Oh,
what's
we'll,
in hell.
We'll put them in a cage in hell. We know who all of them
We kind
are.
of already share the planet with maniacal people like that anyway, so
Yes.
sharing an
You're
afterlife
right.
with them probably isn't as bad. Like,
I think
As long as you're getting that fiery hot sex.
that fiery hot sex and them good drugs.
See, in hell, you can't jizz in hell. That's the one thing.
Oh,
You
no.
That is hell.
That's
hell
hell.
is you,
Hell is
you
not being able
getting
to
so
jizz.
close and not being able to come.
Yeah,
I
but
was-
heaven is you can only jizz when you make a baby.
Oh,
So it's like, which
I
one
was-
do you want?
when I was religious,
Which one's better?
When I was religious at the tail end, I wanted to believe that, God and came to you however you would like it the most. So I was like, my God is Morgan Freeman. I used to always imagine that if God
He
came
is
to
God,
me,
though.
if anybody was gonna be God, it's gonna be Morgan Freeman.
Or Sam Jackson.
Hold on, I'm going to throw a name on the table. So when I interviewed Morgan Freeman,
oh my
but there it
God!
is, I
Hold
put it
on, the
out there.
table almost
I put it
broke when
out
you
there.
dropped that name.
because he is God, I got him to cleanse me, and that was pretty cool.
That's a great
So is that
idea.
something personal you want to reveal,
he
or is
removed
that
the demons from within me. So
Where did
What
that
did he
happen?
do?
he take you into his limo and he seduced you? What does
Do you
that
ever
mean?
think that Morgan
I'm
Freeman
Morgan
would do
Freeman.
that?
I don't know what. Well, when you say he cleansed you,
You know, like they do in the I'm gonna free.
Oh,
spirits.
sure.
And he touched my forehead, and I was like,
All right, Maude, for real. If you were single and if he was single and he was like, look, it's been like 3 months. You look good. Can we do it? Would you do Morgan
I'd
Freeman?
fucking do
I'd
Morgan
do it.
Freeman.
Or what's up? Yeah, I'd do it.
Hell yeah! If I was, dude, are you nuts? There's no part of my life where
Would
I
he
wouldn't be
talk
like,
me
fuck
through
yeah.
it? Would he be like, hello?
Yes.
How can
Yeah.
you do
He'd
the
do
voice?
the whole
He'd be like, and
I'm
a
Morgan
Dufresne.
Freeman. Tonight, I'm going to eat out your pussy. It's going to
God.
feel good like the penguins.
Oh,
I don't know.
no. That's pretty good.
Oh,
You're not really selling it to me, but
I've read something so funny recently. It was like, now imagine all the movies Morgan Freeman does. Now imagine that he's high. Like all those documentaries he narrates.
That's good.
he shouldn't get
Here's
behind the
thing.
wheel.
Here's
Driving
the
the
thing.
state.
How could you not want to have sex with Morgan Freeman? Because you could say, Morgan Freeman made me come.
I know.
Like,
What if he-
actually.
Well, but that's just preemptive. That's just you being very
What's her name?
positive.
No, because if Morgan Freeman has sex with me, I'm going to come.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
All right.
I am gonna come.
What's the name of that old actress lady that always wins all the awards?
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep. I'd smash Meryl Streep.
Oh yeah.
You'd get
wouldn't?
deep with Meryl Streep.
I
She knows
would
what
want
she's
to like
doing.
get some talent rubbed off.
I'd get
on
under
me.
the streets.
Literally.
Yeah.
Is she in the movie Devil the New
Under the sheets with
Devil's
Meryl Streep?
Prada?
No, you'd get deep.
I said
The
I get
Devil
her on the
Wears Prada?
streets.
That's her?
Yeah, that's
She's in a
right.
series of Unfortunate Events? Hell yeah.
I love that those are the two movies that you know her from.
Professor McGonagall? Hell yeah.
That's not Professor McGonagall.
No, I'm
You
saying her
would?
too. Why not?
Oh.
Who's the actor that
Maggie
plays Professor?
Smith?
Maggie
Yeah.
Smith.
Oh, Maggie
Me and
Smith.
Professor
That's where I draw
McGonagall?
the line.
Maggie
I-
Smith looks the same age in Hook, which came out in like
Yes, she does.
1992 or something, 1993.
That's
Then she
'cause
does
she's
as
a wax
Professor
figure.
McGonagall.
And I want her after we're done. She's like, 10 points for Gryffindor. Like,
I'm so tired.
Maude versus the cock gobbler. Cock gobbler. Cock gobbler.
Don't you mean Griffin Hall?
oh.
I can't stop.
points for
I won't
Gryffindor.
stop.
How's your brain work so fast that you had that? That's what I really admire. That's
The pun master.
All right, let's figure out our heavy metal songs really quick.
we're
Hold
making heavy
on.
metal
What's
songs.
go-
I forgot. I
Well,
wasn't
I've
paying
asked around the
attention.
table to submit a question that everyone has to answer.
didn't do
What is
that.
metal? Heavy metal.
Well, this isn't really a question, more so it's just kind of like a fun game, and you guys can play it at home too. It's very interactive. This is Create a Death Metal Song title, and I don't know where I found it. And it doesn't have a watermark on it for who made it, so I'm sorry for whoever originally created it. But anyway, okay, Maude, look to your right and pick the first item you see.
I saw a light.
Light, okay? And then what is this? The second word is going to be according to your birth month. What is your birth month?
March.
March. So your death metal song is called Light Dismemberment.
It should be called Light March, because that's dope.
Light March.
Light March is good. Light March is a little like Christian rock.
That could be
though.
like some
Yeah.
Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, march towards the light.
We march towards the light.
Can my metal name be Imagine Dragons fucking?
Or Imagine Dragons in bed.
In bed. Well, fucking.
Oh my God.
Fucking's way more metal.
Imagine if dragons were
I
real.
am. I'm actually imagining dragons.
Let's all
having
imagine
sex.
dragons. Really
And
quick.
the
One
type of
lockdown.
stuff you could find on YouTube, it would be they like destroy towns.
Oh, absolutely.
Fire
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It would be so cool.
All right, well, your turn.
All
What's
right.
The, look to your right. What's the first thing you see?
Wall.
And what's your birth month?
October.
Your death metal song is Wall Disfigurement.
That's too much like hers. I want to be Walmart.
I know hers is Light Dismemberment.
I want to be
Bree, look to
Walmart.
your right. Look to your right. First
Darren
item.
Von Gardner.
And when your birth month?
DVG. April.
Your song is Darren Von Gardner Engorgement.
Yes. Cool
I know a
name.
few people that have performed that.
Engorged.
And mine is Microphone Rape.
What the? How?
Ouch.
It does not have
See,
that
I
on
don't
there.
like that.
It does not have that on there.
It absolutely does.
Oh, okay, so the answers could have been lobotomy, disembowelment, dismemberment, engorgement, abortion, rape, decapitation, execution, extermination, disfigurement, autopsy, and
Extirpation.
That's not a real word.
Let me see.
The last one.
Extirpation.
Extirpation. Yeah.
Does
must be.
anyone at the table know what extirpation means?
Extirpation.
Well, it comes from the Latin root of I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. That was a fun game. What kind of Jimmy
Actually,
Fallon?
was that your thing that you brought to the table for us?
No. But
Because Maude did ask us to bring in some questions.
Do it, and then you burped in my mouth. In my open mouth.
Your mouth. Dear God, no.
Let's get it all out.
What's that?
Get it all out.
Doo-doo. Zazu.
Oh, it's nasty.
Ooh, that's a full baby carrot.
my question to you guys is dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Dogs.
I've recently started respecting cats.
What?
I respect
But like
them, yeah.
between dogs and cats.
Oh, it's gonna be the ugliest dog is better than
So it's dog. Thank
Than
you,
the
Will
prettiest
Smith,
cat?
for that
even
answer.
the dog that's been at the shelter for 2 years.
Sounds like Will Smith.
I know, that's what I said. Will did a Will Smith thing.
Oh,
it's gonna be the ugliest dog.
I try and do the thing that does in Fresh
Wait,
Prince.
everyone stop. Will, do it.
Jaden, I don't know. I can't do
That was
those
pretty
things.
good.
No.
Uncle Phil.
That was good.
And Maude does a good raptor impression. I don't know if
really
you can do it. You have to
do.
back away from the mic real far if you're
Okay.
going to do it, though.
So everyone knows the kitchen scene in Jurassic Park. I feel like I can, frame by frame, replicate that. Like
So-
to the point where if I do it, you'll be like, holy shit, there's a velociraptor in the room.
And to help you a little bit as well for the listeners, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking of the raptor, like dinosaur, like
I need to, there's two.
like
There's
snarling
two, so
sound.
I need you to help
But
me.
what we're talking about is literally the kitchen scene
Yeah.
from Jurassic Park. The sounds the raptors make as they're walking through the kitchen scene. Pull it up on YouTube if you gotta.
Watch along with me.
I'm stoked for
Frame
this.
by frame.
Okay, go for it, Maude.
So we've just opened the kitchen door with
Yeah.
the claws, so it's...
Bravo. Bravo.
Hey, Will, can we leave?
Can we leave? Do you? I remember my mom always tells me about like how in like the 80s,
Perfect.
like
You did perfect.
It was great.
You were amazing. You guys can leave. It doesn't
You
make
can
that any
leave.
less
I want to hear.
amazing.
I want to hear Will's like urban legend from the '80s.
oh no, my mom would just always say that like how people will remember all the dance moves to music videos. I'm like, man, people don't do that anymore because now music videos are just
Yeah, fuck it.
yeah, just
Just
like some
fuck
sort
it.
of thrust.
it's just sex.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mom, I learned Nicki Minaj.
Oh my god, can you imagine a teenager coming in and saying, "I learned all the dance moves to Anaconda"?
I was at a wedding
And
on the
he-
weekend, and there was this girl. She maybe was 11 or 12, and she was sexy dancing when we were all doing on the dance floor, and it was like so uncomfortable.
So uncomfortable.
But she thought she was killing it with the moves.
That was like those fourth graders last night.
Oh, I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
I mean, but Bree knocked it out of the park with these fourth
No,
graders.
what I actually did was really fucked up.
What'd
yeah.
you do?
Yes, it was.
Well, I know Steve loves when bad stuff happens to kids.
I
so-
always love when bad
Me
stuff
too,
happens.
because
But I'm not
these,
talking.
these kids were being little shitheads.
They
And
were.
so I put them in their place and I said,
They were
I said to
disrupting
these
our
fourth
meal.
graders, I said, if you keep this up, one day you guys are all going to get punched in the face.
You should have said die.
She also told them she was a drug dealer.
Well,
She said-
okay, well, one of them asked me, what do you do for a living? Are you a twerker? And so I said, no, I'm a drug dealer. Do you guys want to buy some hallucinogens?
It was amazing.
Do you guys think? I just remember being young, and I was so respectful, even if someone was like a year older than me.
Of
I don't
course.
remember anyone being that bratty. And I swear
Yeah.
to God, as soon as I was a little bit older and they're a little bit younger than me, I was like, where did all these little monsters come
They're
from?
little monsters, literal monsters.
Yeah.
Because these kids last night, they were fourth graders, and their parents let them sit at a table alone by us. And this waitress comes out and is clearing the table. And this kid is like nudging this waitress. He's like hitting her, hey, do you have shot glass? Do you have shot glasses?
he wanted to do the
These are
Kylie
fourth
Jenner
graders, 'cause
challenge.
He wanted, and he told us this. He like looked over, he's like, I'm going to do the Kylie Jenner challenge right now. And she's like, no, we
Cool
don't have
story,
shot
bro.
glasses. And they're like throwing sugar packets everywhere.
And I love it. You know what you just made me realize? Absolutely, those parents, because we ate in this strange corner of the restaurant that was like, it seemed like in another part of the world. It was so isolated from the rest of the restaurant, and it was like us, and then this table full of children, and then the family nowhere to be seen. The mom and dad nowhere to be seen. They were sitting on the other side of the restaurant
Because they
only
hate their
time they-
kids.
because they hate their kids.
If I had a kid like that, I'd be like, get away from me. I just need an hour
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
myself.
There's a place where you can drop children off and just wash your hands.
I call it the state penitentiary.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to make somebody laugh so hard that they forget they at work and have a job to do?
Darren, does crunchy peanut butter hurt you?
Doesn't hurt, but
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be mentioned on a podcast because it's something you did over a decade ago or close to?
Good question, because there was a time long ago on a show that I did where someone's it's never not funny.
What podcast is she on? That's what I need to know.
gift, or was it the worm / the spice?
That's it.
Right?
Was he born at all?
Oh.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have a friend who interviews real celebrities, but you are still the one that stays on her mind for no
I
reason?
love the journey that this story has taken. Obviously, it's based on a book. I Heard You Paint Houses,
Yes.
which is not a DIY book about different aesthetics on houses. It's, and if I can be frank, it's actually about spraying brain matter on walls using guns, right?
Sort of.
You were obviously a character and you hit your stat sheet. What would be your strength? What would be your weakness?
Oh.
Maybe you want to talk
In
about
real life,
each other's
like in real
weaknesses.
life.
In real life?
Yeah.
Yes.
IRL.
I think my weakness would be having no weakness.
Oh.
That would probably be my weakness.
Oh, really? Well.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there it is right there.
That's-
Look, strength.
It takes a lot of comedic skill, you know, that young William Haynes had to get to that level. Okay, so basically here's the thing. I get a notification, somebody tagged me on TikTok, and they're like, did you see that Maude posted about you? And I'm like, what?
Someone said crunchy peanut butter hurt their teeth. Has that happened to anyone
That's
else?
a problem with your teeth, not with crunchy peanut butter.
Maude didn't even tag me. How is Maude gonna post about me when I'm not even tagged? So I looked at the video.
I just checked my teeth to make sure I didn't have any cracks.
think I laughed for, I believe it was 1 minute straight, listening to someone say that crunchy peanut butter hurt their teeth.
I got a question for both of y'all.
Okay, Maude is on a podcast.
Break room! No matter what time of year it is, the spice must flow! And I'm not talking about the pumpkin. Not sure what's gonna happen. It's Maude Garrett.
Let's find out. I knew it. That's fun. Lovely to be back.
Do you think she had tried it at all before she did it?
You just kind of get thrust in. She's like, by the way, I learned a trick.
And she's remembering how she be laughing at me. Once again, I think this is a public humiliation ritual.
Great. I got a question for both of y'all. When you add crunchiness to peanut butter, how's that feel to you? Always great. Always crunchy, man.
Always
no,
crunchy.
Always smooth. It's so always weird. smooth. Why? You can have so much added.
It hurts my teeth.
It legitimately hurts my teeth. I got glass teeth.
I'm sensitive. I'm sensitive.
Okay, I'm gonna be completely real with you guys. I have sensitive teeth, but not in like a bad way. Like my teeth are definitely strong.
I need Sensodyne.
It hurts your teeth to eat.
Yeah, it really
peanuts.
does. It gets stuck in places. Does it not hurt you guys?
It definitely doesn't hurt. It does not hurt.
It doesn't hurt you, Maude?
It doesn't.
Darren, does crunchy peanut butter hurt you?
It doesn't hurt, but
It's true.
They're tiny little, yeah, they're tiny little nuts. They're tiny little soft nuts.
Are you surprised?
No, this is how
Travis,
I react
get over here for a
every
second.
time someone says that peanut butter.
Get over here.
Ah, this is my first time on
This
a
is SourceFed
tabletop.
editor Travis. Crunchy or smooth peanut butter?
More of a crunchy.
Right?
Does it hurt your teeth when you eat
It does a little bit.
It does. It hurts your
I
teeth.
told you.
It does, but I like the sensation.
Why would you want to? Eating food is just pure pleasure if you're in America and you have good food.
You
And
don't
why
like
would
the
you want it
crunch?
to be painful?
It's not necessarily painful. It's
It's like
like a
uncomfortable.
Thanks.
Sam has peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every day in the fridge. He's got some. So
He does? Oh, is he gonna bring peanut butter over?
He's not. I'm gonna. I need to see this.
I
need
don't
to see
understand.
this.
I don't understand. Like I just don't. I don't understand.
It's really the gums. There are people in the comments who agree with me. Look, you see? Okay, see? Right here in the comments. Let's see what they say in the comments. It's the gums. Sometimes a sharp chunk of peanut does get pinched in the gums right behind the molars. I knew where Will was coming from. See? Thank you, Cafe Dante. Koisty Jane says, I genuinely think about this whenever I see peanut butter. I'm glad you guys do because honestly, I forgot about this one. You know when you say so much ridiculous stuff that you don't even remember? He stood on his take, but with a hard. He was going through a lot of emotions. It's true. Come on, let's be real. I live for this laugh. I've only experienced it a handful of times, but the first time I heard it was my favorite and the one I always remember, George Finn and the farts at Mafia. Who? Oh, see, Susanna Leia says, it hurts my teeth too. Your teeth have pores in them, and those of us with brittle teeth, I don't have brittle teeth, have larger pores and textures can hurt your teeth. So, you know, it's really more my gums, okay?
I mean, you don't have especially fragile teeth. Teeth are very strong.
But also the other thing
speak for
is
yourself.
like, you're talking about people, why would you eat something that was painful or whatever?
Yeah.
But I feel the same way about spicy food, to
Me
be
too.
honest.
Why would you want to put yourself in pain?
Because like, I don't like, I
watching
don't
scary
get it.
movies.
Yeah.
Why would I want to be
get that.
scared?
I get that. But I mean, I understand also if you put your front teeth on ice cream and you have sensitive teeth and the cold
I get
or
that.
the hot
Yes,
can react
yes.
to them.
That's
But
a very real
I just
thing.
don't understand how.
What do you got here, Travis? Bring it in. Whose peanut butter is
This
that?
is Sam's.
Looks a little old.
Is it crunchy?
Well, let's see. Best
is
by
crunchy.
7/24/15. We're good.
We're good, right?
Oh, I've got just tears happening in the
What?
in the
Come on, man.
Yeah, come on,
That's
buddy.
like a year old.
No,
No,
it's
it's
not.
good.
Let me see.
All
This
the-
doesn't
all the
even smell like.
Oh,
This doesn't even smell like peanut butter.
Yeah, what's wrong with this peanut butter? Something's wrong with this peanut butter.
Let me see. That's my dad in there, man.
Wait, hold on. Give me this fucking thing.
It's hard.
Best by 7/24/15. It's not expired.
Not expired.
It's
fine. I
gonna
just
be.
had some.
It's gonna be months.
I
It's just a
have.
little too
Like
cold.
creamy peanut butter doesn't even feel like peanut butter.
It's just a little cold. Go ahead. Have a bite.
Yeah, that's all.
Why am I doing this? I'm the one that said I don't like this.
That's
I need to
why
see what
you have
happens.
to do it.
Give it a shot.
Face your
Give it a
fears.
shot.
We don't even know whose
Give it
this
a
is.
Give it a
Open
shot.
your mouth.
Eat the fucking peanut butter, Will. There you go. Get that one right there. Have a bite.
Good.
Keep biting.
No,
bite
Bite it.
What if I started bleeding?
Oh my god.
Chew on that. You tell me that's not delicious.
I'm not gonna put it back. This guy,
Well,
man.
go give me a napkin.
Real peanut butter has nuts in it.
You're damn right. Thank you, Travis.
All right, before I end this video with like a motivational speech or whatever, let's look at Maude's TikTok page and be very judgmental about it.
I'm Googling June popcorn bucket.
Oh,
I don't
goodness.
understand.
Oh, you don't know about the AMC popcorn bucket that looks like it's super
No, I'm
phallic?
seeing something, but I'm not sure what's going on.
This is like
yeah,
two
you're supposed
mods
to put your
talking
hand
at
in
once.
there and
This
eat
is crazy.
popcorn.
This is nuts.
Yeah, I know. What do you nerd out about?
I am a huge Harry Potter fan. I know that's not like super niche or anything.
Wow.
Harry Potter?
Harry, have you heard of?
Have you heard of Harry?
But like on a level that I
And
think
again,
would
two
surprise
mods.
people and
Like how deep does it
alarm
go?
people.
Two
I
mods
listen
and a
to
Ryan
this
Gosling.
CDs when I fall asleep every night.
What?
Yup.
Gryffindor?
I am in Gryffindor. I
You
also play
listen to
Hogwarts
the
Legacy.
to the
The audio books.
Your vagina is. I saw it on Google Images last night.
Ooh,
That was a picture of a delicate flower, actually.
my
No, I
goodness.
think it actually was an exploded deli meat sandwich.
Oh my goodness. The inappropriate talk.
It's like someone put a
Maude is
firecracker
like
on a
the
pot
Jimmy
roast.
Fallon of SourceFed. She just couldn't keep her laughs in.
It's like someone kicked open a tangerine with a steel toe boot.
Nah,
Vagina
not for me. Beautiful dress.
Real question, because there was a
That's
time.
me.
Why everyone's talking about these.
Whoa. Been there though. I want to do that to my barber all the time. Gorgeous.
Hey, we should probably promote your movie too.
Yeah, exactly. What movie was it? Oh,
Let's talk about your character. It's so funny. It's August Walker. When you say the name, it is.
August Walker.
But when your character says
Dang, that's what he
his
sounds
name,
like?
it is.
August Walker.
It's a different name.
It is.
How is that?
Two
'Cause
mods
I'm
talking.
Maude.
Is he
Now,
Australian?
In America, I'm Maude.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought dude was British.
I didn't actually ever look at it that way. It's very interesting, and you've kind of set me off for a spin on that one. It is.
She stays setting people
It's-
off on a spin. No lie.
I suppose if he was working with MI6, yeah, he would struggle.
Right. How is it going? You didn't smile once in this movie.
I don't, huh?
No.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy.
Can I
didn't
see
even
your
realize
smile?
that.
I just need to know that it exists.
Male
That's so
mom.
funny.
Does she just? Is he Australian
Maybe
too?
that's why I don't do it, because I don't have a great smile.
What was your kill count in the movie?
What's my what?
Kill count.
Oh, fuck. I don't know. You should have counted. I've never.
Sorry,
I've
I was
never.
too busy waiting for you to smile.
I've never.
Happy 10 years. I want to know from you. You're playing
Jackie
a 16-year-old?
Chan, awesome.
15, 16? You're in high school again.
Come on.
You haven't been in high school
I'm
in
one
ages.
person away from
I've
Jackie
been in
Chan.
high
It feels
school
cool.
like 3 years in film.
Oh, yeah. you got a baby face.
Yes. The first time I look at you, I think you are like 20 or 19. That's all. Yes.
20 or 19?
Yeah.
You know how old he really
Yes.
is? Dave, tell him how old you really are.
Now I know,
Yeah.
45.
45.
Yeah.
45. He's married. He's got 6 kids.
That's crazy. So, in conclusion, if ever in life you really wanted to make someone laugh, take my advice. Listen to them. Curate your sense of humor to who they are. And that's not being fake, that's just being produced. Think of something. It might take weeks that you might think is funny. But once you figure that out, save it in your pocket and wait for one of the most important things in comedy, timing. Study who you want to help make laugh. And once you find something, don't be afraid to hold it in your pocket and bring it out at the right time. And remember to always be yourself. The only reason Maude is laughing is because she likes nerdy people. And I accidentally admitted something incredibly nerdy. So remember, by being yourself and saving good material in your pocket, dreams can come true. Thanks for watching another episode of Truly Passionate. I'm William Haynes. Please leave a like on me, subscribe to me, and please follow me on Instagram, please.